Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went in there? Or maybe you've put your glasses down somewhere, only to spend half the afternoon looking for them only to realize they were on your head the whole time? If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. It happens to all of us. But here's something many people don't realize. Just like your muscles, your brain needs a little daily movement to stay sharp. And no, I'm not talking about long hours of puzzles or memory games. I'm talking about something much simpler, something you can do in just 3 minutes a day. Now, 3 minutes might not sound like much, but what if I told you that those 3 little minutes done with the right kind of intention can make your mind feel more awake, more focused, and even younger? You don't need special equipment. You don't need to download an app. And you certainly don't need to be a genius. All you need is a little curiosity and the willingness to give your beautiful brain a daily stretch. As we age, our minds can get a little sluggish, not because we're losing intelligence, but because we stop challenging it in the small ways that matter. It's like a garden. If we don't tend to it, the weeds of forgetfulness and fogginess can start creeping in. But a few minutes a day, that's all it takes to pull those weeds and keep your brain blooming. So, today I want to share with you a simple brain routine you can start right away. It's fun, it's easy, and it can be done while you're sitting in your favorite chair with your morning tea or while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. And the best part? You'll actually feel the difference. Let's start with the first brain activator, something I like to call mental switching. This is about gently shaking up the routines your brain has become too comfortable with. Have you ever tried brushing your teeth with your non-dominant hand? It's awkward, right? But that awkwardness is your brain firing on all cylinders. The connections in your mind start lighting up like a Christmas tree. So each morning, do one small task differently. It could be stirring your coffee with your left hand if you're right-handed, or stepping into your pants with the opposite leg first. Sounds silly, doesn't it? But it works. These micro-disruptions challenge your brain's autopilot and force it to really engage with what you're doing. It's like waking your brain up from a nap and saying, "Hey, we're alive. Let's move." Now, let's pair that with a little verbal jog. I like to call this the Name 5 game. Think of a category, say, fruits, and name 5 different ones out loud as fast as you can. Bananas, apples, grapes, mangoes, kiwis. Now try birds, or cities, or things that start with the letter B. The goal isn't to stump yourself, it's to activate your word retrieval system. That's the part of the brain that sometimes gets a little rusty with age. You know the moment you're trying to recall a word, and it's on the tip of your tongue. This little exercise oils that part of your mind. You can even make it playful. Challenge your spouse or friend, or just do it while feeding the cat. One woman I know plays this game every time she's brushing her hair, one brush stroke per word. Already, just with those 2 small routines, doing one task differently, and the Name 5 game, you're nudging your brain gently out of its comfort zone and into a state of healthy alertness. But there's one more part of this 3-minute routine that ties it all together, and it's probably the most powerful. And that is focused stillness. I know what you're thinking, didn't you just tell me to move my brain? Yes, but now we're talking about training your attention. And attention, my friend, is like a flashlight. You get to aim it wherever you want. But if it's flickering or scattered, your brain follows that pattern. So take 1 minute, just one, and close your eyes. Breathe in deeply, count to 4. Breathe out slowly, count to 4 again. Let your breath be the only thing you focus on. If your thoughts wander, good. That means you're doing it right. Just bring them back gently to your breath. You're not trying to stop thinking. You're just practicing how to guide your attention. And that, right there, is the secret sauce to better focus, sharper memory, and even better sleep. So imagine this. You wake up, you stretch, and instead of reaching straight for your phone or flipping on the news, you try brushing your teeth with the other hand. You laugh at yourself a little because it feels weird, but you do it anyway. Then, while waiting for the toast to pop up, you play the Name 5 game, 5 animals that live in the water. And finally, you take 1 minute, just one, to close your eyes and breathe. You're calm. You're clear. You're ready for the day. This is not about fixing memory overnight. It's not a miracle cure. And when you show up for it with intention, even for just 3 minutes, it shows up for you. Now that you've started your day with that little brain warm-up switching hands, naming 5 things, and centering yourself with breath, you might already notice something. A slight lift in your energy. A little spark of awareness. That's your brain saying, thank you. Because even the smallest dose of attention can go a long way when it's given with purpose. Let's build on that momentum. One of the most underused brain tools we all have, especially as we age, is our imagination. And no, I don't mean daydreaming about winning the lottery or sipping tea in Paris, although that's fun too. I'm talking about intentional visualization. You see, your brain doesn't always know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. That's why just thinking about biting into a lemon can make your mouth water. So here's what you do. Take 30 seconds, just 30, to imagine a simple task with as much detail as possible. Let's say you're peeling an orange. Picture the skin, the texture, the smell of the citrus oils as they spray into the air, the sound of the peel tearing. Imagine each step clearly, like you're directing a movie in your mind. Why does this matter? Because visualization activates multiple areas of your brain's sensory, motor, memory, and strengthens the connection between them. You're not just thinking. You're rehearsing how your mind interacts with the world. And that keeps those neural pathways strong and ready. You can switch it up daily. Imagine tying your shoes, folding a towel, or even walking through your favorite park. Make it as rich and alive as you can. You'll be surprised how sharp and present your mind begins to feel, like the fog lifting after a good rain. And then, there's one practice I believe every senior should sneak into their day: talking out loud to yourself. Not in a worrying way, but in a guiding, friendly way. Your voice, your own familiar voice, can help ground your attention in the present moment. For example, as you're doing a chore, narrate it gently. I'm putting the teacup back on the shelf. Now I'm rinsing the spoon. It may sound simple, even silly, but it turns passive habits into active mindfulness. And mindfulness, as science keeps showing us, isn't just a trendy word, it's medicine for the brain. When you talk through what you're doing, you're keeping multiple brain systems online at once. Language, memory, planning, and movement. You're staying engaged instead of zoning out. It's like turning the lights on in a room instead of wandering in the dark. And over time, this habit improves focus, reduces forgetfulness, and believe it or not, can actually lift your mood. Now let me ask you something. Have you ever heard music from years ago and instantly remembered where you were when you first heard it? Maybe it was the song playing at your wedding, or one that always reminds you of Sunday mornings. That's the power of auditory memory. So another easy piece of this 3-minute brain routine is to hum a song from memory. Not just any song, pick one you know by heart. Close your eyes, hum the melody, and try to remember the lyrics, even if just a few lines. Doing this taps into long-term memory and strengthens recall. But more than that, it brings joy. Music is one of the last things the brain forgets, even in severe memory conditions. So when you engage with it, sing it, hum it, feel it, you're lighting up parts of your brain that are deeply emotional and deeply resilient. And honestly, what better way to feed your mind than with something that also warms your heart? So now, think about what your 3 minutes could look like tomorrow. You wake up and start your usual morning rhythm, but now you add a twist. As you butter your toast, you hum a tune from your youth. Maybe it's Elvis, maybe it's Motown. Maybe it's something your mother used to sing while cooking. Then you imagine cutting a watermelon in your mind, seeing the red flesh, the juice running down your fingers. And while you wash the dishes, you gently say, now I'm rinsing the bowl. Now I'm drying the cup. Just like that, your brain is awake, alive, and smiling from the inside out. And it didn't take hours. It didn't take puzzles, screens, or apps. It took 3 minutes. But 3 minutes given to your own mental vitality, not just as a routine, but as a gift. You deserve that kind of care. You deserve to feel mentally vibrant, to trust your memory, to feel confident walking into any room knowing you're not fading, you're evolving. Because aging is not about decline. It's about adapting, fine-tuning, and finding the little practices that help us bloom in new ways. Your brain is not a candle burning out, it's a campfire that just needs a little oxygen. And these small actions, these sparks, are the oxygen. There's something magical that happens when you decide to treat your brain like it matters, not in the distant, complicated way that doctors sometimes talk about, but in a simple, loving, everyday way. Like saying, "Hey, I see you. I'm here for you." And that's really what this whole brain routine is about. Not fixing something broken, not turning back time, just showing up fully, gently, joyfully for your own mind. Now let's round out this daily practice with one final piece. It might surprise you, because it doesn't involve thinking at all. In fact, it involves feeling. And I don't mean emotions like sadness or stress, I mean activating your brain through your senses, particularly touch. One of the most powerful yet underrated tools we have for brain health is our fingertips. That's right, your hands hold a direct line to your brain. There are more nerve endings in your hands than almost anywhere else in your body, and every time you use them in detailed, deliberate ways, your brain lights up like a switchboard. So here's what I want you to try. For 1 minute a day, gently run your fingers over different textures: your shirt, a cool glass of water, the grain of a wooden table, or even a piece of fruit. Close your eyes if you'd like. Pay attention to the sensation, the temperature, the pattern. You're not trying to analyze it, you're just noticing it. You can even press your palms together slowly and feel the warmth move from hand to hand. It's peaceful, grounding, and deeply stimulating for the brain. This may sound small, but it creates a moment of mindfulness that connects your physical world with your mental one. And when you do that, something incredible happens. Your thoughts slow down, your awareness sharpens, and you feel connected again, not just to your surroundings, but to yourself. And that's the beauty of this whole routine. It's not about performance. It's about connection. It's about waking up your mind in a way that says, "I still care. I'm still curious. I'm still here." Because let's be honest, in a world that rushes past older folks, where youth is celebrated and aging is often overlooked, it's easy to feel invisible. But your brain has been with you through everything. Every joy, every heartache, every learning curve and leap of faith. It remembers, and it deserves to be nourished with that same sense of care and respect. You may not be able to stop time, but you can shape how you spend it. And if 3 minutes a day can bring more clarity, calm, and confidence into your life, why not? Why not choose to gift yourself that time? So tomorrow, or even right now, try putting it all together. Start with your mental switch. Do one everyday task with your non-dominant hand. Then challenge your language with the Name 5 game. After that, take a deep breath and find your stillness. Picture something simple and sensory in your mind, like peeling an orange, and let it come to life in your imagination. Hum a favorite tune as you tidy up the kitchen, and then pause for one mindful moment to feel something real in your hands. A leaf, a button, the gentle curl of your own fingers. That's your 3 minutes. But more than that, that's your presence. And the truth is, presence is the most powerful habit you can build after 60. Not presence as in standing in a room, but presence as in being awake in your life, no matter your age. And that, more than any vitamin or crossword puzzle, is what keeps the brain young. It's not about doing more. It's about noticing more. You're not too old. It's not too late. And your brain is not slowing down, it's asking to be seen, to be stretched, to be loved in the most human way possible. So be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your effort. And if you miss a day, no big deal. This isn't about perfection. It's about the relationship you have with your mind. And that relationship can begin or begin again any day you choose. If this little daily practice resonated with you, I'd love to hear about it. Have you tried any of these brain stretches before? Or do you have your own rituals that help keep you sharp and centered? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're all on this journey together. And if you found this video helpful, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It tells us we're making the kind of content you want to see. Don't forget to subscribe for more ways to stay vibrant, independent, and empowered, because your best chapter might just be the one you're living now. Remember, it only takes 3 minutes to make your brain feel seen, valued, and alive again. Here's to staying sharp, feeling strong, and living each day with intention. You've earned it. You deserve it. And you're doing amazing. Some days, even 3 minutes can feel like a lot. You wake up tired. The coffee doesn't taste quite right. Your joints ache a little more than usual. And your thoughts? They drift like clouds, soft and slow. That's okay. We all have those mornings. But on those days especially, your brain needs you the most, not with pressure, but with presence. That's the quiet truth of aging with grace. It's not about doing what we used to do. It's about doing what we still can do with intention, and maybe even with a little joy. And that's exactly what this 3-minute brain routine is built for. It's a gentle invitation, not a demand. A way of saying, I choose to show up for myself today, even if it's just for a moment. You see, the older we get, the more power we have. Not the kind of power that comes from running marathons or climbing ladders, but the quiet, steady power of perspective. We've seen things, felt things, learned what really matters. And we know that sometimes, the tiniest habit done regularly can change everything. I once met a woman named Eliza who started doing her 3 minutes while watering her houseplants. She'd hum a tune as she moved from pot to pot. She'd named 5 colors she could see in the room. She even began brushing her hair with her non-dominant hand, laughing the whole time. It's like I'm waking up parts of myself I forgot I had, she told me. And the beautiful thing? She wasn't trying to be young again. She was trying to be present again. That's the real secret. You don't need to rewind time. You just need to step into now. Because the brain doesn't live in yesterday, and it doesn't live in someday, it lives in this moment. And when you give it your presence, your kindness, and your curiosity, it responds. So if you've ever worried that you're becoming forgetful, or that your mind just isn't as quick as it once was, please hear this. You're not broken. You're not fading. You're simply in a new season of life. And this season has its own kind of wisdom, its own kind of strength. You don't have to race. You just have to keep moving gently forward. And if tomorrow morning you wake up and forget to do your 3 minutes, smile anyway. Start again the next day. This isn't a race, it's a rhythm. A quiet daily promise that says, I still matter. My mind still matters. Let this be a love letter to your brain. A reminder that even now, especially now, it's worthy of your attention. You've walked through so much. Loved deeply. Lost bravely. Laughed often. Your brain has carried it all. And with just 3 minutes a day, you can return the favor, not because you have to, but because you can. So take this moment, right here, to pause and breathe. Feel the weight of your body in your chair. Notice the sounds around you. Wiggle your toes. Hum a little. Touch your fingertips together. You've just done your brain routine, and you didn't even realize it. What a gift. Before we go, I want to leave you with this thought. You don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You just need to be present in your life. And your presence, dear friend, is more than enough. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking this time for yourself, for your mind, and for your journey. I hope you'll keep showing up. Keep playing. Keep reaching for those small, steady sparks of vitality. They add up. They always do. If this video felt like a friend sitting beside you, guiding you with warmth and encouragement, then I hope you'll take a moment to let us know. Leave a comment below. What's one thing you're taking with you from this? We read every word. We truly do. And if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. There's so much more to explore together, more ways to thrive, to grow, and to celebrate the incredible wisdom that comes with every year we've earned. Until next time, take care of yourself. Be kind to your mind. And remember, every day is a chance to begin again with just 3 minutes, a smile, and the belief that you still have so much life to live. Here's to you. Here's to now.